Libreville, the capital of Gabon, is a city that embodies the nation's history, culture, and aspirations, offering a glimpse into the vibrant life of Central Africa. Situated along the Atlantic Ocean's coastline in West Central Africa, Libreville has grown from a small trading post into the political, economic, and cultural heart of Gabon. The city's name, which translates to "free town" in French, carries historical significance, reflecting its roots as a sanctuary for freed slaves. Over time, Libreville has evolved into a bustling modern city, but it continues to carry the remnants of its colonial past and its status as a beacon of Gabon's development. Geography and location. Libreville is situated on the west coast of Africa, at the mouth of the Como River, and is bordered by lush tropical forests that are part of the larger Congo Basin rainforest. The city lies in the humid tropical zone, characterized by a year-round hot and wet climate with distinct wet and dry seasons. The city's coastal location provides it with picturesque views of the Atlantic Ocean, with the coastline marked by sandy beaches, mangrove swamps, and estuaries. The city's geographic positioning makes it a key gateway for Gabon's trade and commerce, with a deep-water port that facilitates both national and international shipping. The proximity of Libreville to the equator also affects the local climate. The city experiences a tropical climate with little variation in temperature, making it warm and humid throughout the year. The rainy season typically lasts from October to May, and the dry season from June to September. The natural surroundings of the city are rich in biodiversity, with dense forests that house a variety of wildlife, including monkeys, elephants, and a wide range of bird species. The natural beauty of Libreville's setting is one of its defining features, offering both residents and visitors opportunities for exploration and outdoor activities, from hiking in nearby forests to enjoying the serene coastline. A brief history of Libreville. Libreville's history is deeply intertwined with the broader history of Gabon and the colonial period in Africa. The city was founded in 1849 by the French, who established it as a settlement for freed slaves from Brazil and Cuba. These former slaves, many of whom had been liberated from slave ships by the British Navy, were brought to the region and given land to settle and start new lives. Libreville was thus established as a free town, where these liberated individuals could build new communities, marking a moment of significance in the history of slavery and its abolition. The city's foundation was both a symbol of liberation for the former slaves and a manifestation of the broader colonial ambitions of France in the region. Before the French arrived, the area where Libreville now stands was inhabited by various Bantu-speaking ethnic groups, including the Fang people. The city's development under French rule took on a distinctly European influence, and it soon became a hub for trade in the region. The French utilized Libreville as a strategic port for accessing Gabon's rich natural resources, including timber, rubber, and ivory, which were valuable commodities during the colonial era. In the years that followed, Libreville grew slowly but steadily. It officially became the capital of Gabon in 1960 when the country gained independence from France. This was a turning point for both Libreville and Gabon as a whole, as the city began to serve as the administrative and political center of the newly independent country. Following independence, Libreville experienced rapid urbanization and growth, driven by a booming oil industry, which would come to dominate Gabon's economy. The discovery of significant oil reserves off Gabon's coast in the late 20th century transformed Libreville into one of the wealthiest cities in sub-Saharan Africa, attracting investments and global attention. Despite the economic prosperity brought by oil, the city also faced challenges related to urbanization, infrastructure, and social inequality. The population of Libreville grew exponentially as people from rural areas moved to the capital in search of better opportunities. This rapid population growth led to the development of informal settlements on the outskirts of the city, where many people live in substandard conditions. Nevertheless, Libreville remains the focal point of Gabon's political, cultural, and economic life. Culture and society in Libreville. Libreville is a melting pot of cultures, blending traditional Gabonese customs with influences from French colonialism and the various immigrant communities that call the city home. The population of Libreville is diverse, with a mix of ethnic groups including the Fang, Mayen, and Nzibi, as well as a significant number of expatriates, particularly from France and other African nations. The city's cultural diversity is reflected in its music, art, food, and festivals, which are an integral part of the city's social fabric. Music plays an important role in Libreville's cultural life. The city is known for its vibrant music scene, which blends traditional African rhythms with Western genres such as jazz, pop, and reggae. One of the most popular genres in Gabon is Bwiti music, which is tied to the indigenous spiritual practices of the Fang people. The city is also home to many musicians and performers who draw from both traditional African music and international influences, resulting in a dynamic and diverse soundscape. The arts and crafts of Libreville are also significant cultural expressions. Local artisans create intricate wood carvings, pottery, textiles, and jewelry that reflect the rich traditions of Gabonese culture. The city hosts various cultural festivals throughout the year, including music and dance performances, as well as celebrations of Gabonese history and heritage. The annual Gabonese National Day celebrations, held on August 16, are a major event in Libreville, with parades, concerts, and cultural exhibitions that highlight the achievements of the nation. Food in Libreville is also a fusion of various culinary traditions. Gabonese cuisine includes staple dishes such as nyembwi, a chicken dish cooked with palm oil and spices, and poulet braise, grilled chicken often served with rice or plantains. Seafood is abundant in Libreville due to its coastal location, and dishes featuring fish, crabs, and shellfish are common. The influence of French cuisine is evident in many aspects of Libreville's food scene, from pastries to gourmet restaurants that cater to the city's expatriate community. Politics and governance. As the capital city of Gabon, Libreville is the center of political life in the country. Gabon is a presidential republic, and the president of Gabon holds significant executive power, with the president residing in Libreville. The city is home to the presidential palace, where the head of state conducts official business, and other key government institutions, including the National Assembly and the Prime Minister's office. The political landscape of Libreville is shaped by the country's long-standing political party, the Gabonese Democratic Party, PDG, which has been in power since Gabon's independence. Libreville is also the site of several foreign embassies and international organizations, as the city plays an important diplomatic role in Central Africa. Gabon maintains close ties with France, its former colonial ruler, as well as with other African countries and international organizations such as the United Nations. The city's political scene has historically been dominated by the presidency, and while Gabon is officially a multi-party democracy, political opposition has faced challenges in gaining power. The governance of Libreville is focused on urban development, infrastructure, and social welfare. As the country's largest city, it serves as the epicenter for business, education, healthcare, and cultural activities. However, despite the city's growth, it faces numerous challenges, including overcrowding, poverty, and inadequate public services in some areas. These issues have sparked debates about the need for better urban planning and governance, with a focus on improving the quality of life for residents in both formal and informal parts of the city. Economy and infrastructure. Libreville is the economic engine of Gabon, and the city's economy is closely linked to the oil industry. Gabon is one of the top oil producers in sub-Saharan Africa, and much of the country's wealth comes from oil exports. The presence of multinational oil companies in Libreville and the surrounding areas has contributed to the city's affluence, but it has also created an economic divide. While Libreville has a modern infrastructure, including shopping malls, luxury hotels, and high-end restaurants, poverty and inequality persist in the city's slums and informal settlements. The port of Libreville is a key gateway for trade in Gabon and the wider Central African region. It serves as the primary hub for the import and export of goods, including oil, timber, minerals, and agricultural products. In addition to the oil industry, the city's economy is also driven by sectors such as construction, tourism, and services. Gabon's efforts to diversify its economy beyond oil have seen investments in sectors like tourism, agriculture, and technology, although progress has been slow due to the challenges of diversifying away from oil dependence. Infrastructure in Libreville is undergoing continuous development. The city is home to modern highways, bridges, and an international airport, which serves as a major point of entry for international flights. While there has been significant progress in urban planning, challenges remain in terms of traffic congestion, waste management, and providing adequate services to the growing population. Despite these challenges, Libreville remains the most developed city in Gabon and continues to attract investment and migrants from rural areas in search of better opportunities. Conclusion: Libreville is a city of contrasts and complexities, where modernity and tradition coexist, and where the echoes of colonialism and slavery are intertwined with the aspirations of a modern African nation. As the capital city of Gabon, Libreville is both a symbol of the country's history and a reflection of its future. The city has grown from a small settlement to a dynamic metropolis, with a vibrant culture, a diverse population, and a central role in Gabon's political and economic life. The city's natural beauty, rich cultural heritage, and strategic location make it an important urban center in Central Africa. While it faces challenges in terms of urbanization, governance, and economic inequality, Libreville remains the beating heart of Gabon, a place where the past meets the future, and where the promise of progress continues to shape the destiny of the country.